Today I'd like to talk to you about the second step in my 5-step carnivore mindset. This second step is called spinning circle. You know when you turn on your computer and you go to a program and the computer there's a little circle in the middle of your computer that goes round and round and round and round as the computer is not in one program and has not moved to the other program? Well, this is the second step in my 5-step carnivore mindset, and I call it the spinning circle. So, if you can remember in the first step, called Carnivore is Crazy, that you heard about the carnivore diet and you kind of rejected it. You kind of said, that's not for me. But some part of the idea stuck in your head, and maybe you've gone back to it. Maybe you've listened to another video on YouTube or read a book about the carnivore diet and dismissed it again. But some part of that kind of stayed with you. Some part of it made sense. So this is when the mindset is making sense a little bit. The thoughts are, carnivore sounds like it might work. And yet, you're still in the mindset of carnivore is crazy. It would be too difficult for me. It's not sustainable. Perhaps you talked to a friend about it and they said, no, there's just no way I could ever do that. So then you're back to square one again, thinking carnivore is crazy. So what I'm trying to get to, in this second step, you're oscillating between thinking that it's not a good idea and then thinking that it is a good idea. And you're just contemplating. Your brain is just thinking through what it would be like if I were to follow the carnivore diet, or what would it be like if I decided to reject that idea. So I was in the second step of the carnivore mindset for 3 months. I watched YouTube videos. I watched videos by Dr. Berry and Dr. Chafee and other influencers in the carnivore arena. And they made a lot of sense to me. And then I thought about it and said, well, maybe it makes sense for them, but it doesn't make sense for me, right? And I really kind of procrastinated a bit, but I had to do that. And perhaps you have to do it as well. You have to think about what this might mean for you. I took it real seriously, and maybe it's really not meant to be taking that seriously at first. Maybe you should jump right in, but I didn't. I thought about it because my health is really too important to me. And some people told me that it might, make me sick if I just eat meat. And then one day I thought, I am sick. I have MS. And this thing might just make me feel better. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. So this is the mindset that I lived in, and I recognize it in you and in other people, and it is necessary. You have to think through some of the things that you do. And sometimes it's not fun to be that type of person who thinks through things. So my suggestion for you would be to continue watching the videos, to continue listening to the professionals. Listen to the professionals on YouTube, listen to your doctor, listen to yourself, and try to make sense of it. And I say that, but you really can't make sense of it because it's not sensible. We're taught things about nutrition that become our belief system. We're taught to eat vegetables. We're taught that we can eat carbohydrates. In fact, we're told that we can eat carbohydrates. The food pyramid told us to eat 11 different carbohydrates per day. Fat is at the very tip top. We're not supposed to have a lot of fat. And yet the carnivore diet says, or tells us, to eat fat, lots of animal fat, saturated fat, and protein in order to be healthy. And I don't think I believed that at first. I couldn't wrap my head around it. And if you're in this second step, if you're in the spinning circle, I know that this is where you are too. And this is the place where you need to pause. You need to think about it. You need to gather all of your information. And you have to be okay with it. So I wish you the best of luck. Just stay in this space. It's not the most comfortable space when you're thinking about two completely different ideas and trying to put them in the same space. It's very, very uncomfortable. However, in order to get through it, it's really, really necessary sometimes. So I wish you the best of luck, and perhaps I could meet you at step 3.